That's awesome. Hi, Elle.
Hi.
I'm Danny.
How's it going?
Pleasure to meet you finally.
So nice to
In
meet
person.
you.
We have passed each other before, like in Nashville. Someone said, that was Elle King. I said, no, it wasn't. It was too.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we've missed each other, and this is my first opportunity to get to see you and talk with you and meet you. So it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming
so
today.
much. Thank you for having us.
You were here 4 years ago for us.
Yes.
And I was out of town at that time. So again,
Oh,
another.
my gosh. Just ships in
I know,
the night.
in the night. And here you are. So what'd you do last night? You said you spent the night here last night. What'd you do?
No. I didn't spend the night here. We were in Idaho.
Oh.
And last night, actually, we had a bit of a fun night. My nanny is one of my favorite people in the world and a very important person on the road. And we surprised her with a wig party.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it was really, really fun. So she had no idea, and we all wore wigs. She loves a wig, and so we all wore wigs at dinner, and it was really fun.
That probably was a great sight when the restaurant opened up. They're like, all these wigs are coming in from nowhere.
I mean, the restaurant hated us, but just because we kept saying, "What are you talking about? This is our real hair."
Yeah.
So.
How many Dolly Parton wigs were there?
Honestly, none. But we did have a Cindy Lou Who. We had like a patriotic wig. It's great.
I love it. That's awesome. Love the song you just did for us.
Thank
Don't
you.
Want to Go Home with Miranda Lambert.
Yeah.
2016, you got together with Dierks Bentley.
Yeah.
How did that come together? And then did that lead you to your friendship with Miranda Lambert?
100%. Like I owe Dierks Bentley everything in the world. I got a call and I was like really grinding away in rock, and I honestly didn't like. I've always listened to bluegrass and a lot of like old school country, and I still do to this day. I really didn't listen to a lot of mainstream country, and I didn't know who Dierks Bentley was. So I had to call my brother, and he was like, "Ellie," because I'm from Ohio, and he's like, "Ellie, that is so cool. You have to do that song." And I was like, "All right, Bob, if that'll make you think I'm cool, I'll do it." And I didn't realize that Dierks was like one of the most lovely and incredible people that I'd ever meet, and that would really, really change my life and the trajectory of my career, where we all would end up living. And we've all moved to Nashville, and he introduced me to Miranda. He brought Miranda to one of my shows, and it was just kind of. It's just been wild ever since.
It's a great friendship that you guys have created together.
Yeah, 100%. I tell everyone that we're friends, and he denies it. So.
That sounds like Dierks.
Yeah.
Working with Miranda, when you shot that video,
Yeah.
you included Jamie Johnson in that. Who came up with the concept of that video, and how'd that all come together? Was it a collaboration of the both of you together, or was it like just one producer saying, this is what we want to do?
The video was, I think, oh my gosh, they're going to kill me. Alexa and her brother I think it's called Bear Productions. Please don't get mad at me. And they had the concept, and it just fit really well and was really, really funny and cool, and a little bit different. And it was just a really joyful experience. And my whole thing was like, I'm so paranoid about like anybody who's famous, because like I don't know if they'll ever let me in the same room with them again. And so Miranda she's been so unbelievably gracious, and the fact that like she even like sang on this song with me, neither of us knew what it would do. And so nobody like actually like loves filming music videos. It's kind of stressful, especially for women, because it's like zooming in on you, and you have to feel so beautiful and look great, and it's stressful. And so I didn't want her to be stressed out. So like the same thing with like why it's so fun to put on wigs. Like last night, I thought maybe if we play characters, then it would be a fun experience, and Miranda could like let her hair down, and we ended up having a really, really great time. And I think that's why the video came out so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun video. Jamie Johnson in it as the preacher, I just was in hysterics when I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh.
Wait,
so
was
fun.
that Jamie Johnson?
Yes, it was. It was.
Wow.
So
Great.
Let's go.
I'm in trouble.
No, you're good. No, you're totally good.
I knew that.
You're good. Well, you shot a million videos. You can't remember every person that's part of the crew.
True. That's true.
Let's go back to your musical influence growing up, because you love, like myself, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You love Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin. You love Johnny Cash. Who was your biggest musical influencer in your life? Mom and dad, grandpa, aunts and uncles? Who was it that you took such a love for music in?
My stepdad coming into our lives, he's a musician and he just has like such a vast knowledge of music and rock and roll, everything, country, soul, blues, rock, disco, and he really just taught me everything that I know about music, and so he's quite a music snob. So now I guess I'm a closet music snob, but he really taught me everything, and he paid for my guitar lessons, and like I don't know, I owe him everything, and he's like my level of cool. So I was like, what do you think of my new song? And he's like a macho Italian guy from New York, and he's like, I love it, baby, I love it.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
So
but
you
I
check
owe
in with him
everything.
first to make sure it's all right.
Yeah, I'm like, is this cool? And he's like, you can't do anything wrong. So it's great. It's perfect for me. It's
Good
great.
dad, good dad.
Yeah, great dad.
Definitely.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier about pressure and everything going on. So you're a 4-time Grammy nominee. You've performed on the Grammy stage. You've won an ACM. You've won a CMA. Performing on these big stages, the night show. Do you ever find yourself in a moment where like it's nerve-wracking, like, oh my God, I can't do this, or I'm afraid I'm going to forget the lyrics to something?
Yes. Every time.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm not the only one because I was nervous interviewing you today.
Oh, no.
I
For
was.
real? Well,
Yeah, I've never
can't
met
tell.
you.
I can't tell.
And thank you. But I'm like, there's moments when we get to do things
Yeah.
that not everyone gets to do, and I kind of have like brain moments, like I'm my squirrel. I want to go somewhere else,
Yeah.
completely different. So
Yes.
I'm assuming.
I do. I black out.
Do you?
I know people think I'm blacking out for other reasons, but this is like stress and anxiety. And I go somewhere else, and then I come to, like I did at the CMAs when I performed with the Black Keys with like that piano on fire. I was like, it's going to be on fire. Okay, great. And then my bassist who was there, he was like, you know your ponytail went in the fire, right? And they're like, can you get your foot up on the keys? I was like, are you kidding me? So it's like just mostly all sheer panic. And I don't know.
You just roll with it,
Can you
though.
tell? I mean, can you tell I'm nervous?
No, not
Really?
at all. No.
That was a really nice lie. That was so
no,
good.
I'm serious. I mean,
Okay.
I realize there's moments like on TV, you realize it's live. You can't
Yeah.
mess up. You have to be on.
It's like, well, just what am I gonna do? I better do my best. It's
Right.
great.
But we're all human. We all make mistakes.
Yes.
So it's interesting.
I make a lot of them. I hope they're not on TV, but they usually end up there.
No. Listen, everyone has. I've had a few of my stupid mistakes too. It all happens. One of my favorite songs from Elvin Bishop, "Fooled Around and Fell in Love."
Yeah.
I love that song as a kid growing up. It takes me with my grandmother. I don't know why, but it just sticks in my head. You teamed up with so many great ladies of country music on
Yeah.
that. Miranda, Kaylee Hammock, Maren Morris.
Yeah.
Who put that whole thing together? Because you won the CMA for that for Vocal Event of the Year.
That's another coattail I rode hard.
Yeah.
I really was just like holding on for dear life. That was all Miranda. That was Miranda's idea because she had a fully female fronted from first of three to direct support to her. She had fully female fronted tour the entire tour. And she thought it would be a really great way to promote it by having everyone who's going to be a part of the tour. I mean, she's very much like one of those people that like has no problem sharing the spotlight. In fact, she like loves to share it and invite people up.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, I think like most of the best things in the world, like I don't think anybody thought that we were going to like get nominated for something or win an award. But it just came from a really great idea that was like super genuine and lovely and sweet. And that's why she's such a superstar.
Another video, if you guys have not seen the video, go watch it. It's incredible. It's so cool. Do you proudly display the CMA? I'm asking a lot of country questions because I'm a country guy, but
Great.
the CMAs and the ACMs, do you proudly display them in the house?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I would
Yeah.
too.
These days, I have like a little bar, and it's like the only like liquor is a lot less liquor on the bar these days. But Tanya Tucker gave me a signed bottle of her tequila.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and then this one guy let me bid for him at a charity event, and I was like, he's going for $30,000, and he ended up giving me this like really expensive bottle of whiskey, and somebody opened it, but that's okay. It wasn't me for once. It wasn't me. And then I've got my awards, so.
Not mentioning names today?
No, but it wasn't me for once.
That's funny. All right, one last question for you. I said you've toured around the world. You've done so many great things, but you've toured with Train and Miranda and Dirks and Chris Stapleton and Men of Mars. Is there anybody that you have not toured with yet that you want, and Ed Sheeran to add to that list? Is there anything or anybody you have not worked with yet that you want to work with as a collaborative, piece?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that I would like feel totally honored. I mean, honestly, anytime I get an offer for an opening gig, especially if they're like really big shows with a really great following, it's such an honor because I think a lot of people like me, I like to put thought into my shows and what will my audience like, what will my fans like get pumped up about, who's going to be a good vibe on the road.
Right.
Like that's something that I really learned about Miranda. She really curated everybody that she thought her fans would like, that would be a positive kind of addition to touring and road life. And that goes so far for anyone's mental health and just like making it through. Like right now we're on a 3-week run and they all are just like, get away from me, Elle. But I try my hardest. I'm a watcher. I like to sit back and watch. I love to see how people show like runs. I love, I always learn like how people treat everyone from their crew to even like the in-house like roadies that help out, and like you can't have a show without them. And so I always try to take notes, and I can only try and better myself every time. And I don't know. I'm not perfect, and I'm sure a lot of people will be like, I hated working for her, but I hope that isn't the case anymore. And I should have said that. I don't think that many people, just like 3 a tour, maybe. Joey's like, that's me. I can't stand her.
Well, that was going to be my other question is like, what have you taken away from each one of those artists? Because everybody offers something different. I mean, obviously between Melissa Etheridge and Chris Stapleton, and to Train, they're all 3 different genres of music. So like something you learn and you just kind of explain it. So that's really cool that you take something from each of them. Anything specific that you took away? Because I'd really like to see you and Chris Stapleton work together.
Yeah. I don't think he would, but I tell you what I did take. I took a lot of good catering from that tour.
Well, we need to get you a whiskey bottle because now he's got his own whiskey brand.
Does he? Be like, send it my way.
Yeah. Joe,
I'll add that to the bar.
Just Joe can't open the bottle for us. That would be it.
He'd be the first one.
Yeah. Okay, one last question because I'm a tattoo guy.
Okay.
How many tattoos do you have?
I stopped counting, but you can always get my name whenever you want.
Well, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I got one a couple years ago in Nashville, representing Nashville.
Hey!
So it's cool. I'm getting another one in a couple weeks. My buddy
great.
Jake's going to help me design it for some turtles, but I just curious, like over 100?
No, not over 100, but like I would say maybe like 75.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think so.
Okay, it's time for me to shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Elle King, put your hands together for her.